If you love a good thrift store and a good thrift flip, you will love today's video. I'm Jamie, the Crafty DIY guy. Welcome back to my channel. I'd like to thank Thrive Market for sponsoring today's video. Now for this first DIY, I'm going to take this tissue box that I picked up from Value Village. I really love this. I love the texture that you see here, and I wanted to have this in my bathroom because I've been wanting a tissue box, and I loved the price at $1.21. I'm going to go ahead and peel this off, and I took this outside, and I gave it a very, very simple coat of spray paint. I used this kind of a brushed kind of nickel color that's the same color as my faucet and my toilet paper holder and everything in my bathroom. This is absolutely perfect, and I love the way this looks. Such an easy DIY for $1.21. Now this next one is also another really easy one. I found this kind of candle holder, and my guess is there was probably a glass lampshade or something on there. It was $2.09 from Goodwill, and I really wanted to kind of create something with this that would just kind of be fun and out of the box and very, very different. So I have these these are rechargeable tea lights. A friend of mine worked in the restaurant industry and grabbed me I have 8 of these, and they recharge every night. So it's kind of perfect. And, it puts off a decent amount of light, actually. So I needed a shade of some kind for this, and I wanted to keep in mind the thrifting and the value here. So I grabbed this basket from Dollar Tree. This is perfect because it's the round one, and it's the perfect size to kind of recreate into a lampshade for this particular DIY. And if you kind of look at the way this looks on top of here, this is actually really, really cute. Now, you could certainly paint this any color that you wanted to. I wanted to make mine personalized, of course, for my space. And I wanted to be able to put this on a bookshelf that's actually kind of dark. And I decided to be able to use this basket would be perfect for that. And look how gorgeous this blue is. Very, very unexpected. It actually looks perfect on my desk. I'm super obsessed with it. And since we are talking about being obsessed with different things and loving life, let's talk about our sponsor today, Thrive Market. So who is Thrive Market? Thrive Market is an online membership-based grocery store on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone with guaranteed savings on every single order. Now, as a Thrive Market member, you'll save on the highest quality, organic, and sustainable products, and if you find a lower price somewhere else, they are going to match it. For example, these Bob Apple Pie Oat Bites. I absolutely love these, and I saved 4%, not to mention what I saved because my order was over $49 and I saved for free shipping. Now, I've seen these in grocery stores much more expensive, and I've also seen them on other online retailers for more expensive. So with your Thrive Market membership, you will make your annual $60 membership fee back in savings. And if you don't, Thrive Market will credit you for the difference. Now, you can see here with my last order, I saved $43, which means my membership is practically paid for. Thrive Market has something for everyone, whether you're gluten-free, whether you're vegan, whether you're keto. You can shop from the variety of products that they offer and from the convenience of your home and have everything delivered right to your doorstep. Now, if this sounds great to you, click on the link in my description box or go to thrivemarket.com/thecraftyDIY to get 30% off of your first order and a free gift worth up to $60 when you join Thrive Market today. Now, let's get back to those DIYs. Now, this next DIY is actually going to be a lot of fun. I've got some flowers here from Dollar Tree. I grabbed these yellow flowers and then also these green pieces. They are, I believe, like eucalyptus stems or silver dollar stems or something like that. I also grabbed this fantastic wood Home Sweet Home sign. It was very inexpensive. I think it was around $3 is what that price tag said. And I also grabbed this fantastic wicker basket. Now, this was a low profile basket, and as you can see, it was the perfect price. I'm going to take these greenery stems, and we're just going to start to clip these. But first, of course, We have to take all these price tags off. There are so many price tags on here. So now that I've got them all removed, now we're going to take my lineman pliers and we're going to snip right through those wires. Now, if you've never used lineman pliers, these are the pliers that electricians use. So whenever they're cutting through hardcore wire or anything like that, this is perfect for this. And there's some sort of tension release or something in the handle that makes cutting through wire really, really easily. So I do have some of these linked in the description box below. Feel free to check those out. Also with these, what's really cool about them is I'm able to take these and just kind of work them into the basket. Now, some of the leaves will come off and you can certainly replace those. Very, very easy to do. And I'm just starting to kind of fill in all around this as I'm kind of plugging away here. And I'm not so much worried about, I definitely want them to kind of go all in the same flow, if that's making sense. But I'm not really worrying about like if every single bit of this basket is covered. I intentionally wanted kind of the edge of that basket to show because I do want people to see that this is still a really beautiful basket. So flip this over. And then these stems that are sticking out, you have options here. You could certainly glue them down if you wanted to, but I want to be able to reuse this basket for other DIYs and possibly even for like a centerpiece on my dining room table. Now I'm going to take some floral wire and I'm just going to fish the floral wire through the wicker basket here. And I'm going to do it right around the areas where those stems are hanging out. And I'm going to make sure that I have a good long piece. You can kind of see that one kind of close to the scissors there. That is very long. And I'm going to make all of them very long because remember, I've also got those yellow flowers that we're going to be fishing through that wicker basket as well. And I want to be able to kind of tie those stems down as well. And then having this extra wire does help because I can only have to really wire the basket a couple times versus having to do each individual stem. Now, this is obviously totally up to you. If you want to, again, you can glue this. You could do what I'm doing with the extra long, or you could certainly do yours individually. It's totally up to you. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over and, you may need to kind of fluff up your greenery just a little bit, but not a big deal because, again, we're going to go in with the yellow flowers, also taking my lineman pliers and just snipping away at those. And then just kind of feeding these through this wicker basket, also in the same direction and flow of the other greenery pieces. That way it's just kind of very cool kind of circular motion to it. Now, if you wanted to kind of establish like a center point, you could work from the bottom kind of up on both sides. You could certainly do a lot of different options, totally up to you. And that's the beauty of this DIY. Now, this is going to go on my front door. And if you guys remember, my front door is painted a beautiful egg yolk color. And that's the color actually from Sherwin-Williams. And I really, really love it. But you also know what my other favorite color is. And of course, that is blue. So any guesses on what we're going to be painting that home sweet home sign that's going to be in the center of this? Because again, this is going to be something that hangs on my door. Now, here's the part where I've got those extra long wires. We're just going to go ahead and tuck in some of those stems because that wicker basket kind of does allow you to do that, and you can hide it behind the greenery. And it's a great little camouflage, little fancy camera trick there. And now we're going to go through and just kind of cut off those excess wires where I did wire down the yellow flowers and then go through and just kind of fluff it like you see me doing here. And then those yellow flowers, they do have wire in them, so it's great because you can kind of bend them and manipulate them and just kind of go with the flow. Now we've got our centerpiece. Of course, I painted it my favorite color, blue. Part of that is also because I don't want to go out and buy more spray paint because I've got a lot of spray paint already at the house, and this was kind of going to be my favorite color. Again, the beauty of a DIY is you can DIY this whatever color you want. I'm taking these Jenga block pieces and we're going to glue them kind of strategically on the back of this home sweet home sign because I don't want this home sweet home sign to just kind of sit like flush against that basket. And the basket does also have a little bit of a curvature in the bottom of it, and these little Jenga block pieces will kind of help secure that home sweet home sign to the basket just a little bit better. But also what's really cool about this is that having those Jenga block pieces in there is going to kind of elevate this a little bit, and it's kind of going to it's going to give the illusion like it's not stuck to the back of the basket. Now, painting your back of your home sweet home sign is totally optional for you. I chose to just spray paint the one side, and I'm using some Jenga blocks that are similar color in wood. That way, you're not going to really see some of the blue because I think it's going to blend a lot better with the actual wicker basket. Also, if you need to just cut down any kind of Jenga pieces, those are really, really easy to just cut through. And you can even do that with just a regular pair of scissors. So now that I've got those all ready to go, I'm going to add some glue. We're going to add a decent amount of hot glue onto the back of each of these because, again, you do want this to stick inside of your basket. And depending on how many of these you glue, you may need to go through and add a little bit more glue or like reheat the glue that is on some of those backs. I had to do that. And now we're just going to kind of fish it through and feed it through, making sure not to glue any of the flowers. And we've got that in place. Look how beautiful this is. That's my gorgeous front door. And look how beautiful this is on my front porch. I love it. So this next DIY, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I've got this clear vase. Now, full transparency, this clear vase did come from Target's Dollar Spot. But if you've been to any kind of thrift store, you know that there are tons of clear glass vases all over the place. Now, I've grabbed some nail polish, and this nail polish did come from Dollar Tree. And I just kind of picked out some of the colors that I thought I would really, really like. And obviously things that would coordinate with my living room and with my mantle where this piece is going to go. So we're going to take this and remove the price tag. Of course, by the way, this was $5 from the Target Dollar Spot. Again, you can grab all kinds of these. Take your nail polish, kind of take the lids off, get those ready. We've got our vase and we've got a bucket full of water here. And we are going to take the nail polish and we're just going to start to kind of drip it down into the water, kind of like you see me doing here. And you don't really have to worry about any kind of special rhyme or reason, and just kind of add the water. The oil that's in the nail polish is going to help some of that float to the top like you see there. And then just kind of layer in your colors. I did the blue first, and then I did this kind of teal color. Now I'm going to go in with this kind of silvery gray and add some more of that. But then, you know me and blue, I'm going to add a little bit more blue into this. Okay, maybe a lot more blue. And we're just going to kind of get it going. Now, the other thing that you can do with this, you can choose to kind of keep it just like this if you want. Or you can stir this around. So you could actually grab like a popsicle stick or something like that to stir this around. But I'm just going to use the brush that came with the nail polish. Go ahead and spin it around and kind of get a pattern going. But you don't want to do it too much because you'll see that everything starts to separate because oil and water don't always mix. And in this case, this is actually okay because I'm going to take my vase now and I'm going to dip it in the water and allow the nail polish to kind of stick to the glass. And you're just going to take your vase, you're going to dip it as deep as you want to. You can turn it onto the side. You can go straight down with it. You can dunk it up and down. This is really, really up to you. And as you continue to do that, you will see those pieces that are kind of floating off to the sides there. They will eventually end up either stuck to the sides of the bucket like you see, or they will end up on your vase. And it's really just a matter of how you kind of pull each one of those to the side. So this is kind of what it looks like right now. I do love the way that this looks, but I want a little bit more color. I think this kind of looks like the ocean, right? It's really, really beautiful. So I went ahead and dipped it back again, just trying to grab some of those other bits that are floating there. But I did end up doing that same exact process that you just saw me do. I did that twice. So after I got to the color that I wanted, then I was able to just put it upside down and let it dry. After it was dry, I brought it inside. I added these beautiful white flowers. These are freesias. And how beautiful is this? It's absolutely gorgeous. It pops on my mantle. I'm in love with it. I think it's gorgeous. And I love the treatment. Now this next DIY, this is also a score from a thrift store. These film canisters were $2. a piece, and I was able to snag 6 of them. Now, I didn't want to use all of them for this project because I do have some ideas for the other film reels. They're all the same size, by the way. I'd also grabbed this little wood dowel rod. This is kind of a squared off little dowel rod, so I'm going to cut off 2 little pieces. Now I'm going to take my mouse sander and we're just going to kind of straighten up those wood dowel rods. Now, those are kind of like balsa wood, so they cut really, really easy. It was super soft, but I wanted the ends to be a little bit straighter because the lineman pliers that I used actually kind of crimped the edges just a little bit, and I just wanted something that was a little more square. So these canisters also are they're open, and I don't want them to open for this DIY. So I'm going to go ahead and add some hot glue into the center here, and I'm just going to put it on the edges, and I'm only going to do it in about 3 different spots, kind of in 3 different areas. And the reason being is that I want these to stay closed, but also because these are metal, I could very easily unglue them with a little bit of hot glue, and hot glue is always easy to remove, and you can just heat it up with your heat gun and then you can separate it. So now I'm going to take my little dowel rod pieces and we're going to glue those down to the center like this. Again, these are squared off versus being round, so they're actually perfect for this and they sit nice and flat. So after everything is dry here, we're going to go through and we are going to first just kind of clean up any of the schmutz that is there. And then we're going to take our little dowel rod there. I'm going to add some hot glue on either side of that. And by doing this, we are going to create a space that we can put our film reels on to create a really cool accent for my bookshelf. Any ideas what I'm going to be doing with this yet? Definitely let me know in the comments if you've already figured it out. But we're going to take our film reel and we're just going to kind of balance that down. We're going to squeeze it into the glue there until the glue starts to harden and just kind of take hold. And it did not take long for this to do at all. And after I've have this one glued, I did repeat this process and glued the other one as well, and just kind of clean it up a little bit. And then I've got 2 pieces like this. Now, I could certainly keep them the way that they look here, but I took them out. I spray painted them this gorgeous black color. Look at these bookends that I made for my living room. I am obsessed with these. And by the way, that Tonka truck you see, that's mine from when I was a kid. How cute is this? Now, this next DIY, I found this sifter, and I don't know how old this is, but I just thought it was so cool. I knew as soon as I saw it, I loved the detail on it, and I had to have it. So it's got this sticker on it that is not coming off for any means. By the way, this was $2.09, and I had to pull out the heat gun for this one because that sticker was not going anywhere, and there was a lot of stick on that particular sticker. So now that I've removed it, I was thinking about painting it, and I was trying to figure out kind of how to enhance that detail. And the more I looked at this, I just remembered like my grandmothers and cooking in their kitchen, and I have like my grandmother's coconut macaroon recipe that is written in her handwriting. I have another cookbook from another grandmother that was one that she's had just forever. I decided to turn this into a planter because it's so easy to do. And again, I don't have to mess with something that has so much cool history and just something that really brings me a lot of really cute memories. So this is how it looks in the kitchen. By the way, that Better Homes and Gardens, that is my grandmother's cookbook. The other one is my grandmother's cookbook from when she got married. How cute and wonderful is that to have? And a cute, cute treasure. And since this is my last DIY for today's video, let's go ahead and thank our sponsor, Thrive Market. Remember, if you join Thrive Market today, you can get 30% off of your first order and a free gift up to $60 in value. Be sure and check out the link in my description box or go to thrivemarket.com/the Crafty DIY guy. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate everything, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.